Yeah. Yeah.
And we're live. What's up, chat?
Elder Scrolls 6 would be cool.
Elder Scrolls 6. Can't even say it. Elder Scrolls 6 would be great. But Starfield does look interesting. Indeed.
Sure does, dude.
Have any of you seen the Unreal Engine 5 footage that they released? The Matrix, with the Matrix stuff. That was super cool. That engine looks freaking amazing. Skyrim 2, Elder Scrolls 6. I don't know if they're going to stay in Skyrim or not.
I hope not.
I mean, I would like to see them
Skyrim's
stick
deep.
away from Skyrim. But yeah, Unreal 5 looks freaking amazing. Tier Factory, what's up? So, Mr. Sadiq is going to be a little late, so we will start proceedings without him. We'll just say that he's a little expended after the course of last episode, which is probably not far wrong because everybody was rendered unconscious in the last episode. So everyone's probably pretty well fucked right now. But I guess we'll get right into it. We don't make all the viewers wait too long. So last we left off, you had just defeated several witches, and Zadriel had managed to raise one as a minion under her control with her new dark gift. Strahd still appears to be ever watching, however, as laughter had echoed through the temple, a voice which you all know very well. And Karnos had a little conversation as well that the rest of you were not aware of. You discuss whether or not to stop and rest, and your purpose here in the temple comes up again. A way out is mentioned, knowledge to destroy Strahd. Fibble also mentions searching for Van Richten, as his book doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. Addok is once again subdued and bound and put on a leash this time, instead of worn as a bag as previous. As you move forward through the temple once more, Karnos quickly checks the room, opens and closes the door. Nothing to see here, he says. It's a collapse. You all believe him. Fibble marks it on his makeshift map to say that it's another room similar to the others, but it is under collapse and there's nothing there. You move to the next room. The door is locked. Xantha's name is used to unlock it. Once again, Karnos quickly opens and closes the door. Oh shit moment occurs as explosions come from within, shaking the very foundations of the temple. Eventually the door explodes inward, sending amber out into the hallway, catching a few of you in the shrapnel. Addok eventually is rendered unconscious, as are all of you during this battle. Several fireballs and magic missiles sent around the space as the flaming skulls do the damage. Karnos goes down. Skaithis goes down. Zadriel. Then Fibble. Addok is left alive briefly, but he also goes down. Addok is the first to die in this particular instance. However, one of the dark gifts he is accepted kicks in, and a new dragonborn body appears next to his own. His soul switching into this new body, sitting up, realizes what's going on. The flaming skills still exist. A couple of well-placed cone of colds seem to do the trick. Health potion given to Fibble. In turn, Spear of the Dying is cast on Zadriel, on Karnos and Skaithis as well. As the battle comes to a close, the new Addok and Fibble move to Zadriel, feeding her a health potion, bringing her back to consciousness. As you move into the room where Karnos and Skaithis' unmoving bodies lay, you come to the realization that both of them have expired. Zadriel rummages through Karnos's gear and finds the one and only diamond that you have in your possession and uses it to res Karnos. The process is taxing and a lot harder than it was once before. Whether this is due to the fact that Karnos has been deceased once before, or with the dark energy now coursing through Zadriel's body. Either way, it is a success. And Karnos breathes once again. You then move to Skaithis. Zadriel kneels in front of Skaithis, places her hands on his chest and abdomen, and searches for a way to bring him back. Once again, that dark energy courses through her body, causing extreme pain, also causing her wings to inadvertently appear, now black, dripping with a dark ichor and emanating a dark aura. She succeeds in bringing Skaithis back, and shortly thereafter she collapses through sheer exhaustion and pain on the floor. And this is where we pick up with the guys now. As Zadriel has collapsed in front of you, Karnos, Skaithis, Addok, Fibble is probably on his knees, exhausted as well. You all would be in that, pretty much in that state. Skaithis and Karnos specifically, you guys are at 1 HP. You've just been resurrected. Your exhaustion will be paramount. You would be barely able to move or do a whole lot at this point. Addok, I believe you only had very few hit points as well. So you would also be feeling the effects of just absolute exhaustion. The place seems relatively quiet. Usual noises from the temple can be heard. Switch over to you now as this loads up. There we go. Give you control of your token. So we'll turn over to the party now. Fibble is on his knees next to Zadriel, just comforting her. He's pretty certain she's not dead, but she's definitely passed out. She's not unconscious, not at 0 hit points, but just seems to be heavily exhausted at this point.
Karnos would automatically, even though he doesn't realise she's not unconscious, cast Spear the Dying as a cantrip on Zadriel after seeing what she's been doing.
Indeed, you cast Spear the Dying. It's the cast works.
I say, DM, help her, and that's where I leave it.
As far as you're aware, the spell is completed. It has worked.
How's everyone else?
So at this point, Karnos, and probably Skaithis, as you sort of look around to see indeed how everyone else is, and you notice a rather unclothed dragonborn, black, 6 foot plus tall, toothless dragonborn at that, standing, sort of looking on.
I get to my feet slowly and get into a defensive stance.
As best you can with 1 HP, you put yourself in a more defensive position.
Who are you?
Repeat that, Crash.
Who are you and why are you here?
Addok is going to get up. He's going to stumble around. He's going to look and he's going to... Well, I'm clearly... And then he's going, I'm not feeling too good. And he's going to like stagger out to the front door and then he's going to vomit, but it's going to be his acid breath weapon, like out through the door.
Perfect. First time not being able to control it, 100%.
Yeah. That's his vomit. Like, and it's just acid like everywhere out the front door. In the 30-foot line.
I looked at Skaithis, I'm like, I don't know what the hell that was about, but did that thing help us or? And I'm going to use my bonus action, Second Wind, to regain some health on myself. I'm just going to
Can
do a
do
quick
that
patch up.
indeed. Indeed, you can.
1d10.
If you guys have health pots, you are able to use them at this point as well. So you can get yourself a little bit of healing if you can. So Karnos, I would say as this Dragonborn staggers out of the doorway and into the hall, and then vomits acid up the hallway, you would then notice the small body lying out in the hall. At about sort of this position here, you see the small. You would know who it is. I mean, it's a small shape, cloaked.
Muted.
Sorry, I just run out to avoid the acid, and I'd say, Fribble, Scaphus. Oh crap, he didn't come back, and I'll kneel down and go, wake up, little guy. And I'm hitting same thing again. I'm just
Spear the
doing
Dying
that.
as well?
Spear the Dying. Just said, please, DM, bring him back.
Spear of Dying is cast. If you want to sort of check whether he's breathing or not, roll a medicine check for me.
Rolling. Fribble, you were going to say something?
Bibble is not there. Bibble's still with Zadriel. Unless he's in the chat and I haven't... Oh, hang on. I haven't put his thing in. Hang on a minute. I got to put you in the thing. I didn't see you come in. Give me a second.
I've
I had
rolled
a different window up. Okay, sue me.
13 on medicine while Fibble's approaching me.
I forgot his thing, okay? There you go. Fibble, you good.
I'd be yelling out from next to Z, and I'd just go, the big black guy. That's him. He did come back.
That's who?
Kind of. It's Addok. Can't you tell? He's toothless.
As I'm just still vomiting out acid.
Yeah, I do that every now and again too. Don't worry about it. You get over it.
So at this point, Zadriel, you start to regain consciousness. The pain has subsided to a point where it's still there, but it's now bearable. Your eyes sort of open and start to focus, and you'll see, the first thing you'll see is Fibble standing or kneeling next to you.
Tibor?
Z, what did you do? And then I'll give her a health pot and say, drink it, or I'll make you drink it.
And I drink.
Roll your heal, Mr. Flibblestube.
So we have a power-hungry goblin who's now a power-hungry dragonborn. What else are we going to get?
DM, the dark gifts, we know when we've got them, right?
You will know
We know something's different.
anything that it gives you. As an example, like Zadriel knows she can cast the Finger of Death.
Right, so
So
yep.
she knows she has that ability. Some of the consequences of which you don't know what the negatives are generally, but normally the positive side of things you definitely know.
Sweet, so that's right. Telepathically, Karnos will say to Scathus, don't be scared. I'm just talking to you in your head. If that's Addok as a black dragon thing, how come the body's still here? Does that make sense to you? I don't think you can reply to this.
I think you
You can.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you will be able to respond telepathically as well.
I don't trust it. Just that.
See, he got 3 new lives
You're not privy to that conversation, Fibble. It was a telepathic message.
Yeah, this is me just talking without any interruptions. Interactions with the other two.
Okay.
He got 3 new lives, not 3 new resurrections or revivifications, or he didn't get to keep his own body. I think. Maybe. Let's kill him again and find out.
I'm all for that. Let's do it.
Addok, are you all right? I'm looking over at the Dragon Ball, but I'm still cradling the goblin.
I'm gonna stop vomiting and it's like, and then feel my mouth. I've got OT still.
Yeah, you do. And I shake the bag.
Does that look like it's gonna fit my mouth? Fibble, look, I'm like twice the size.
Oh, it is him.
More
Okay.
like 3 or 4 times the size.
You can do your front part. You'll be able to, I don't know, bite stuff off. Kinda.
Don't you mean maul? Gummy shark?
Wait a minute. Did
Gummy
did
mouth.
he resurrect with teeth and then they all fall out, or did he just come back with no teeth?
His new body had no teeth when it appeared.
Well, that's pretty fucked up, isn't it? All right, yeah. So yeah, here you go. Here's your teeth. Well, here's his teeth. Addok Mark 2. Well, you Mark 0.1. Mark 0.1, because you got 3 lives.
What? What is this vomit? Is it acid that came out of me?
I don't know. Did it? Well, yeah, it came out of you, and you weren't casting a spell.
I'm gonna
It's
bend down and touch
it's
it.
still smouldering on the ground. Like
Okay.
it's not eating through the stone, but it's definitely bubbling and steaming away. You can reach out and touch it fine. It's come from you. So
I'm gonna bend down and touch it and just look at it and play with it in my hands. Yeah.
Stop
don't
playing
know.
with your food.
I don't know if this is a good thing. I don't know if I like what I am right now. I'm like a lizard. I'm a big lizard.
You know how Scathus feels. Well, kinda.
Carlos, are you done with that body?
Carlos has taken 2 coins from his pack and he's putting them in the eyelids of Addok. Pennies on the eyes, traditions. Even though he knows Addok's over there from what Fibble said, he's struggling with the indifference.
Wait a
And
minute.
carry on.
Was he wearing anything magical that he could wear? Because he's butt naked, and I'm tired of looking at his nakedness.
I look at the size of him. I've got some spare clothes in my pack, and I'm wrapping up Addok like a backpack again, the old body.
his body.
Yeah.
So did Addok have any magical armor or clothing on his body?
I had my flute and my leather armor was enhanced through magical needs.
So that you would know as an artificer that if you were to put that on, it would resize to fit you because it is magical. So that will still work. As far as clothing is concerned, yes, Karnos, your clothing, it'll be a tight fit. He might have to tear the sleeves off the shirt or something to get it to fit.
Yeah.
But
I picked up
it'll
some.
fit.
I picked up some. So I had common clothes, which were my spears, but I picked up some robes as well that were on the way. I've got 4 sets of them.
You did indeed, and they would fit. Yeah, the robes would probably fit him.
So I'll give him the clothes and the robes as I've finished tying up Addok's body to the backpack on top of my backpack that I did earlier.
Yep.
And yeah, I've kind of tried to use a bit of oil or something to keep the coins in his eyes. I've used his eyelids to sort of hold them close.
Yeah, I'd say they'd probably stay there for a while.
Carnos,
Depending on how
why are
you
you
wrap him up.
doing that for? He's dead. Feed him to the Dragonborn.
We don't know what's going to happen. He needs a proper burial, all right?
And also, we really do need to carry all his stuff. Well, actually,
Where's he-
technically, he can carry his. Karnos, take the bag off before. Well,
Yeah, sorry. I took his gear off
Yeah.
for his clothes, and I've used him as a backpack on my backpack, but his gear is still on the ground.
Oh, I thought I mentioned I probably look really frail as a dragonborn, wouldn't I? 'Cause I still have 9 strength.
Yeah, he's not your beefy dragonborn, that's for sure. I mean, he's still as big. He's as big as a dragonborn, but he definitely is not as muscular as some dragonborn some of you may have seen.
Just really tall and
Dragonborn's
lanky.
probably not. I'm not sure how. In the Sword Coast, I'm not sure how prevalent Dragonborn are, but if you had seen some, they definitely would have been a little bit buffer than this particular Dragonborn.
Scathers, Carnos, what are you doing with, me? Well, old me. This is.
I want Carlos to feed your body to you.
What?
Carnos is not going to do that. Carnos is going to keep Addok his friend and bury him proper. And
Your
that's
friend
enough.
is dead. There's nowhere to bury him.
That, not in here, no.
Fellas, I am not dead. I am right here, just a bit scalier and taller, and I've got a bit darker. That's all. I'm here. It's just, I'm Addok.
Well, no, you can't be Addok because you're dead. Addok's
Exactly.
there. You're Addok Mark 2. Mark 1. No, 0.1.
We could just kill him again and see if he pops up from this body, and then
I
we
agree.
would know.
I agree. Let's do it.
No.
We could take a vote.
No. All right. I, for one, and look, I'm the alive person right now, and I feel like shit. I just vomited acid. I don't want to die and see what else happens.
Then why did you take the gift that it makes you resurrect 3 times or
I
whatever?
just said I've got 3 lives. I didn't know this was going to happen. Look at me.
Is this 1 life or is this life 2 now?
I don't know. 1. Am I dead? I am dead, right? Yeah? Are you dead? Who else is dead?
I think we're all going to be dead if we don't find somewhere to sit down and maybe patch our wounds.
We just cleared out that room. How about we use it?
It's got no door.
The door's buggered, yeah. Fibble's right.
That collapsed room. How bad was it?
The collapsed room is usable. I might have told a bit of a white lie, but we probably could use it now.
Will we survive that little white lie?
As long as no one touches the amber rocks in there, yes.
Ah, now it makes sense.
I thought. Mm-hmm.
All right, follow me. And I go and open that door again, knowing we've been in here before.
No problem.
And I start preparing I'd like to go between these 2 amber thingies and sort of prep a bed area in that. Stack dead Addok sort of just beside me out of the way.
No problem. So everyone move yourselves where you would be if you're going to hunker down this room. You know it's still early afternoon, mid-afternoonish. Just by checking Zadriel's shield. But you are fairly well buggered in this particular situation, so a rest would certainly help.
We may not sleep straight away, but at least we can sit down and have a chat before we actually do go to sleep, because man, we are all poked.
So yeah,
I have a problem.
you can't get through the door.
No, for some reason when I get to the door I can't go through it.
Fixed you. Try
Why
that.
not?
No.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
so-
right. Oh no, shit. Sorry, I just remembered. My bad. Sorry,
Whoops.
I just remembered.
The DM is making a mistake.
I just remembered why he can't go through the door.
Feeble, it's open. It's okay.
Yeah, but I can't get through it.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I can't get to the door. It's someone carrying me through.
So Addok, is that you that's moved up to the door?
No, that's me.
As you, Skater. So what you would see is Fibble standing in the doorway. Should be able to go through. can't see any obstacles stopping him. Zadriel, you'd be the same. He's standing there in the middle of the doorway, he's unable to move through for whatever reason.
It's easy, Fibble. Just take one foot, move it in front of the other. You're a smart person, aren't you? Or goblin? Or gnome?
I take one hand and I go, I can't get through the door.
I'll go pick you up and I will carry you to the room.
And you step through the door,
Yeah.
you pick him up, and you step back through the door. No problem.
So when Fibble touched the door, DM, like when he tried to put his hand through it, was it like a pane of glass or a force field or something in his way?
You don't know.
Don't know. Okay.
Are you still carrying me through the second door, Zadriel?
Yes.
Yeah, all that was seen from your guys' end was just the doorway. All you could see was that, and he was just... If he'd put his hand up, he'd put his hand out, but he just couldn't move through the doorway.
Zadriel, you're carrying him as his leg's broken.
No, he's having a fear or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's brain damage or something.
No. We all fell asleep while fighting. I think it's this dark gift bullshit again that you all don't believe in, but now you understand it.
I telepathically say to Fibble, I believe you. This is weird.
Carnos, how are you talking to me without using your mouth?
Yeah, he did that to me too.
It's got a lot to do with maths.
I didn't think you had the intelligence for maths.
He doesn't.
Although it would be physics, not maths. So
Is he intelligent anyway?
yeah, he's intelligent enough to know not to punch you in the head.
You guys know you can't speak telepathically to each other, right?
Yeah, I'm quite aware.
Just checking. Addok, the black, Dragok, did those clothes fit?
Yeah. It did. Would you mind if you just like let go of, well, you know, put that the goblin
No, you can
version of
step
me outside.
Inside the temple, you'll be...
No, I'm keeping Addok, the grey, so I can bury him once we get outside of the temple. Because he
He's Addok
deserves...
the black. Does that mean he's going to come back as white next?
We could find out.
Green, maybe.
Could come back red. You could be your brother or
No.
sister.
No.
Third cousin removed.
Very far removed.
All right. Just in case, I'm going to go along and slap everyone with with a lesser restoration.
Lesser restoration?
Yeah.
Okay, including yourself?
Yeah, I can do 5 people.
You can do 5 people. Okay, so Fibblestead, you would know casting lesser restoration on yourself, remove your dark gift. You are fine. Who do you go to next?
It would be, I'll do me, then Z, then Karnos, then Skathis, and then I'd do
Addok last.
Addok last, knowing that he's got that many different taints at the present moment.
Okay, so Karnos, your most recent dark gift will be dispelled. So your first one that you had remains.
Okay. Damn it. I mean, yeah, sweet is.
Sorry, buddy. Fibble has been onto this dark gift thing for quite some time.
No problem.
Zadriel. One was it? The one you just asked about, in fact, will be the one that you lose. So you will know that one no longer. affecting you. Skathis, your one persists. Addok, you lose the extra damage. Can't give. But the other two remain.
Sweet, fight time.
We don't talk about fight time.
So, remove those particular gifts, and those obviously those that still have theirs. Make sure you keep note of that.
So would I also lose the plus that went with it?
Yes, you will.
All right, cool. So then I'll go. I'll
Yes,
shut
no,
the door.
you can make a quick coffee, and it won't be quiet. So,
That's why I laughed.
I'll shut the door, and then cast alarm on the door.
okay. Duly noted.
And then say,
Now,
"Don't open the door." I've cast alarm on it, and then I'll curl up in the corner and go to sleep.
fair call.
I'll take last watch.
I will take watch with Skathis.
Who was taking the first watch?
I'll do it.
Hmm.
Addok will do it.
I will take watch with whoever's taking second. Was that Fibble?
They would have went to sleep. He's curled
Oh, he
up.
went to sleep?
He's curled up in a corner and pretty much lights out.
I
so you
will
got
wake
last watch.
Fibble's
Okay.
ass up for
No.
the second watch.
No, it's okay. I will take second watch on my own. It's fine.
So first watch Addok, second Karnos. Who was taking third? Zadriel and Skathis, or just Skathis? Zadriel and Skathis? Cool.
I'll make a note to him. Karnos doesn't trust Addok the Black, so during the first watch, Karnos is going to be sleeping on the feet of the dead Addok. The rope that's wrapped around it, he's going to lay there because he does not trust
No
Addok the
problem.
Black.
Duly noted. So, you set yourselves up. Your alarm is set. First watch was Addok, I believe. On your own. You're sitting, as you watch the rest of your party start to drift off. Won't take much for them to sleep. After what's just happened, they will be really, really tired. Bodies are aching and sore. Just sheer exhaustion through what you've just been through would be enough to put anyone out. Even yourself struggle to keep your eyes open for the bulk of your watch. But I will need you to make a perception roll for me. And a wisdom save.
So 5 on the perception and 18 on the wisdom save.
It's not bad. Perception, you're definitely not concerned about having any form of watch at all. You are solely concerned with the fact that you are now a large dragonborn instead of a goblin. It's playing over and over in your head, while initially you think, this is really, really cool. I'm no longer 3 foot tall. I can reach stuff. As you sort of, I think the gravity of what has happened is really starting to dawn on you a little bit. With your wisdom save, however, it still was not enough to keep this particular person out of your head. And you hear a familiar voice come to you. Oh, so I see you've accepted one of my gifts from my temple. Interesting.
Correction, more than one, multiple.
Oh, it's just the one I'm interested in.
Which one is that?
The one that lets me kill you again and again.
Or lets me live multiple times again and again. We could like make something work, you and I, you know?
Life thrice times over. Once been used. Twice more. Then no more.
forevermore?
Forever to walk with the dead.
Yeah, right, look.
You had your chance. That chance is gone.
I didn't really have a chance by waking up. Can we have a bit of a word, you and I, just real quick? I don't like dying. This guy sucks. I just vomited up acid. Can I possibly stay alive, perhaps?
Kill your friends. I'll let you live.
Like all of them, or just one?
Oh.
Yeah, look, they're a lot stronger than I am. I'll probably end up dead.
My bargain is simple. Kill or be killed.
All right, well, just make it quick, will ya?
See you soon. And the voice. That pressure leaves your mind.
Fuck.
How does Addok react?
Literally that. Alex is gonna go, fuck. And then he's gonna go, oh, we're fucked. And then he's gonna reach out behind him and touch the yellow stone. Say, please be something good.
Which stone do you touch? Oh my god, dude.
Just the one directly behind where I am right now.
So that's the south one. Oh, jeebus. As you touch the stone, you hear a voice. Female voice. Very soft. Wish to persuade others to do your bidding, perhaps.
Yeah.
Do you accept?
Well, I mean, yeah, but have you got something that makes Strahd to stop me from killing him from killing me?
Addok, as you accept this gift, your hand on the amber stone cracks and creaks and then explodes in all directions. Not enough to do damage to anyone, but probably loud enough to wake almost everybody in this room as the stone shatters. As you look at your left hand, which you placed on this temple, you notice something weird. An extra digit next to your thumb. You bring your other hand up as you feel a strange itch. And on that hand, the same thing, an extra digit, right next to your thumb. You now have 6 fingers on each hand.
It's not bad.
I will DM you the rest of what this does. This is hilarious.
As it probably explodes and wakes everyone up, Alex just gonna sit there and go, fuck. Go back to sleep.
Do we all wake? Is that like you said, it exploded? So
It would wake everybody. It definitely made enough noise to wake everybody. 100%. I've DM'd you your new dark gift, Addok.
Son of a...
He touched it again, didn't he?
It does seem that way. Fibble, can you put an alarm around these closer in so he can't reach the damn rocks?
No, but I can do something else, and I'm highly tempted on doing it.
Do
Oh,
it.
if it stops him from touching the rocks, just do it.
I
Citrio.
cast acid arrow at him.
Roll to hit.
Oh, that one.
Oh no. Critical fail, nat 1, as Bibble fires just in a half asleep state in your general direction and just it strikes the wall next to you.
Huh. Well, he actually does get half acid damage.
Yes, he does.
Is that halved again? Because I'm resistant to acid
Yes, it
as a
does.
black dragon.
Yeah, so it's 9 and then halved and halved again.
Because it's a line, isn't it? So you're
2.
standing next to it. So
Yeah.
So you get 2 acid damage. Be troubles.
It's gonna look at it as it's flaked and it's like, What was wrong with you? I said go to sleep, not try and spew me with acid.
Yes, you should be just, looking after all of us while we sleep, not waking us up when you accept another fucking gift.
Look, I just had Strahd talk to me
What he
in my
said.
head. He's gonna kill us. Well, me. He just said me. Actually.
Keep touching the things, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get more stronger. It's... By the way, anyone think that they could do something with these amber shards and make it like a beautiful structure or artistic object out of them?
Why?
Because life is mundane. Do you all think that right now?
Your life is pretty mundane.
Right, but I think everyone will feel better if you made some beauty in the world, yeah? Let's
That's
turn
what,
this...
that's what my oath was saying all along. Before.
Apparently, I am very hungry.
You all heard that, and it came from outside the door. Came from outside in the hall. Well, as far as you know, it's on the opposite side of the door. You can't really pinpoint exactly where it came from.
Shh, guys, we need to. Shh.
Kill Addok quietly.
No, you should... We can, make something beautiful out of this. Let's all hold hands.
Yes, I'm thinking of making a statue of Addok the grey, black, white, purple.
People. We should
Can we,
turn
can
things
we turn
around
him?
the
Can we,
door.
can we turn him to stone? Mobilize him? Paralyze him?
Kill him 2 more times.
I can kill him if you want.
Guys, there's something outside that door.
Also hear the moving of heavy stone, which is a sound you've heard before. Quite some time ago, in fact, maybe a couple of days ago when you first entered the temple. Once again,
Actually-
while you were resting.
Actually, I've got a great idea. Send Addok out there, close the door.
It's too dangerous.
Yeah,
Sorry,
true.
Zadriel.
We don't really hate Addok, even though he's doing stupid things.
I just
You
want
may
to
not-
get a
you
good
may not
night's
hate him.
sleep.
I hate him.
Why do you hate him?
He's being stupid, power hungry, idiot.
I'm sorry, but I hate to mention, who killed all those flaming skulls? Who's come back from the dead? Have you got the power to do that? I don't think you do. So therefore, I'm better than you. Shut up.
You know what? And I put my arm around him. You are right. You are very powerful, and I'm going to push him out the door.
He's a lot bigger than he used to be. So
Okay.
roll a strength check.
15.
It's enough. He's not very strong still, but he's bigger than he was.
And the alarm probably goes off too.
The alarm does go off indeed. As you... Where is my alarm sound? God damn it.
But I will follow him with my hammer.
As the alarm sounds, the door opens, you move out into the hallway. Addok, you sort of shoved out into the hallway as you stagger and step. So Zadriel and Addok put yourselves in the hall where you would be, just outside the door. As you stagger out into the doorway, outside into the hallway, look around, looking for the source of the sound you heard. And can't see anything, but there's nothing in the hall. Just that amber glow coming from the main chamber. It's dim in here, it's not dark. You can see like the outlines of the walls and things like that, and it's got that tinted, the orangish sort of glow. But nothing's in this hallway. Not that you can see. If you wish to listen for a moment, roll perception checks.
15 again.
In Addok, are you going to roll?
Nope.
So as you sort of stand there for a moment, Zadron, you sort of listen, straining, sort of hear any sense of movement at all. What you do both hear, and everybody inside the room, is that heavy stone move once again. Off in the distance, but it echoes through these chambers.
Fibble.
I will go back in and shut the door.
You leave Addok out in the hall.
Addok, come on. Come on.
Yeah. Addok's gonna smile and then he's gonna sprint that way.
Move yourself where you're going to go. You're going to dash, it'd be what, 60 feet?
Yeah.
I'd be saying to Fibble, just they shut the door and just sleep it off. I'm knackered.
Zadriel, do you follow or leave him to
Addok, where are you going? And see if he answers while he's sprinting.
I'll be right back. Don't worry about me. I know what I'm doing.
Oh, God.
He thinks the main entrance has opened again, but it's already closed. I would assume, if that's the same scratching type sound that we heard when it originally locked us in.
And I go back in with the others.
shut the door?
So, yeah, but I reloaded, so it's still loading for me.
Ah, I can move you back in there. Oh, shit. Wrong mouse. What was doing? Close that door. Fibble, you would probably have to recast alarm, or that stay on until you off.
I'll take the 10 minutes to cast it this time.
Okay.
And just recast it.
Cool.
You probably come back, though.
I'll allow us to open it.
Okay. That includes Addok.
Yeah.
Sweet. Addok, you're now on your own in this chamber. What are you doing?
I touch it. This one's got skulls in it. It's got to be something good.
Before your hand touches the stone, however, you feel breath on your shoulder. You turn. You're standing face to face. Strahd-Ep.
You were just in my head.
He raises a hand and just says,
I follow suit.
made an offer once before. I'll make a similar offer. They've changed somewhat, and it's amusing. Could be useful in this form. Do you wish to go home?
Fuck yes.
Leave this.
Hopefully intact, yes.
I will allow you to. But for one condition. Nay, two.
Alright.
Firstly, you are forever a charge. You may leave. Go. Come and go as you please. As the Vistani do. That would be my pledge. But must bring more. Need more potential suited benefactor of my land. Second condition, I require life. to seal the deal. Have one day. Not bargains. Fate will be now. What say you?
I feel like I mean, you know, I can't really defy you, Lordship, sir. Really?
So you agree? Your hand on it then. Gentleman's agreement. Reaches out a hand. As he reaches out his pale white hand, his fingers slightly elongated, fingernails slightly long, and you can see that they're sharp. Just reaches out a hand. Seal the deal.
Yeah. What's that can happen? I mean, I'm dead either way, right? So, put your hand out.
He grips your hand and he grips it tight, almost to the point of pain. I mean, you can feel the strength that he has in his body, like he's definitely around for. He grips your shoulder with his other hand and looks you directly in the eyes. And as you look, like he pulls you a little closer, so you're snout to nose almost with him. And his eyes just blaze with an almost eternal hatred. Not betray me. Suffering will be legendary. Let you go. Takes half a step back. One more thing. Do not suggest it turns your mind jelly.
All right.
Admirable as it is in your attempt, none have survived so many. Self-den. To tell you something. So, one day, your promise, suffer the cost. With that, he just slowly vanishes into a thin mist that sort of floats out into the hall.
Fuck. As Addok like reaches out and touches the amber stone.
Touch it.
Yeah.
Roll a d6 for me.
Okay. I got a 1.
Got a 1. Can I get someone in the chat to roll a d20 for me, please? Tell me what you get. So Addok, Jax rolls a 4. So Addok, as you reach out to touch this amber stone, your hand touches the stone. Your mind starts to swim just as it did before. However, this time, a spike of pain at the base of your neck. The pain is blinding, sending your eyes to a white pain, white hot. You take 40 points of psychic damage as this energy just bursts in your mind.
Oh.
Are you still conscious?
Nope.
Slumped to the ground, unconscious. Leave it there for a moment. So Zadriel, you've moved back to the room. Bibble, you've taken the 10 minutes to recast the alarm on the door. At the end of that 10 minutes, Addok still has not arrived back. Karnos and Scathus, have you both returned to sleep by this point? Karnos, yes. Scathus, yes. Zadriel, in that time that Fibble has cast the alarm on the door, have you returned to slumber?
No, I tell Fibble, you need to wake up and watch with Carnos. We're not leaving anybody alone till Addok is back. Or whoever.
Yes, because this would still be Addok's watch.
Can't we just leave the alarm? It's just us that can open the door, and if it gets opened and it's not us, we get woken up. No matter what, we're gonna get one person is gonna be awake and everyone else is gonna be stuffed. We might as well just all get some sleep.
Just ignore him and go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Fibble, do you return to sleep?
Damn right.
Addok, need you to roll your first death save, please. Give it to me. Because the rest of your team are asleep, I would say we will need you to roll your second death save as well. And your third. Addok, I need you in one moment when I find my shit here. Brent. Addok, I need you to roll a D100, please. $85. One moment. Addok, as your eyes flicker open, you sort of wake up. You feel cold, really, really cold, and you turn your head to one side and you see a large dragonborn body lying next to this amber tomb. Your memory's a little hazy, but you jolt to it. It's like, sit bolt upright. Your hand goes to your face and you see human hands. Thinking, feel for your mouth. You have no teeth. Once again, you're seriously cold. I would imagine you would immediately, memory's still there, you would immediately reach for the ring. Well, actually, no, you wouldn't. Let me see here. I got to check something just quickly, because I don't believe you have that particular gift anymore. So you would be very, very cold indeed. But you would scramble to grab the clothing at the very least. Yes, you would. So you would scramble to grab the clothing from your dragonborn body. Leather armor shrinks to fit, as it would. Karnos' clothes probably are a better fit now than they were previously. As you start to stand, all you hear is twice down, one to go. Addok, roll a d20 for me, please.
I got a 5.
You got a 5. You have 10 hit points. As you start to sort of stand up and dress, shivering from the cold that's you're on top of a mountain in the temple, stone. The cold is sort of amplified in here, but you managed to plow on the layers to stave off any further injury from the cold. The last 2 of your dark gifts are no longer active. So the dark gift that enables you to reincarnate is the only one you now have. But I now have to roll a new one for you. Give me one. Number 12. Name this. It's cool. It is now your newest gift. So Addok, you conscious? What do you do?
With splitting headache, gonna walk and trudge my way back into the room.
You eventually find your way back to the room. You open and close the door with no problems. No alarm goes off.
It would have gone off. Because it's
Still-
actually set to creature.
Was it not for human? Ah.
Yeah.
Well, he's a humanoid. You said it was okay for you guys to open it, though. Technically, it's
Yeah,
still
so I
Addok.
would have set it for Karnos as a human, Zadriel
Oh, so
as
you're
a...
being very specific. Ah.
Oh,
I
yes,
see.
very specific.
So you would set it specifically for your companions in that case, then.
Thinking that Addok was a dragonborn.
So, as the screech sounds in your heads, once again waking you all from slumber, standing in the doorway is a 5'8" human. Sandy brown hair, scruffy goatee, blue eyes, wearing the robes and carrying the belongings of Addok. Probably looking around you guys, probably a little wide-eyed, probably a little concerned, probably looking around each one of you going, I'll turn it over to you, Addok, what do you do? All your friends have sort of woken up, staring at you now, standing in the doorway.
I'm gonna smile and show that I've got no teeth. And I'm gonna say,
As a reaction, I'm just going to bolt over and do a stunning strike on him.
I would say with the amount of sleep you've had, I don't think you'd be able to. Not a stunning strike, because you need to hit them first to be able to do a stunning strike in the first place.
Can I do an unarmed strike then?
An unarmed strike him. Roll to hit.
Yeah, I'd like,
The damage will be half what you normally do.
just as a note, if the alarm went off, I think personally Carlos would have been up with Sunsword in hand. No armor on, obviously, but Sunsword in hand, ready to go, but holding, because they don't just attack everyone on site.
Yeah.
But
Skaith is woken with a jolt and charges forward and attempts to punch Addok.
With an 18 to hit.
That'll hit. You'll do half your regular damage. So what's your unarmed strike damage?
Unarmed strike is... I did a 5, so half that.
Unarmed strike is normally just whatever, it's a set amount. It should be either based on your strength.
1d6 plus 3.
Okay, you're a monk, yours is different. Cool. So it'll be 3 damage you'll take. As you get a sock in the jaw. Zadriel. No?
Oh, nothing.
Sure?
I was just saying, is Keith is still exhausted or not?
He wasn't. Everyone was exhausted. When I said everyone was exhausted, they didn't have the exhaust condition. It was just a result of
Well,
being
no,
dead.
that real will just be watching.
So, receive the punch to the jaw.
Firebolt with a 24 to hit.
Firebolt. Roll damage.
Because someone set off the alarm, and I woke up and just fired a firebolt at it.
If that's your reaction,
16 damage. That's my reaction.
would strike you in the chest, Addok, rendering you unconscious.
It could be Bill.
Who's Bill?
You know, the dragon thingy thing.
Carlos would be like, hold on a minute, I recognise those clothes because they were mine.
Yeah, indeed.
And I'd spear the dying on him. DM, please, we need to ask this guy questions. And
Spare the dying.
yeah.
So, Addok, you do not need to make death saves. You are stable. But you're still unconscious.
Are we ever going to get any goddamn sleep in this place?
I don't think so.
We need to just splash a bit of water on him and ask him who he is and why is he wearing Addok the Black's clothes.
How about we
Tie him
tie
up.
tie him up first? Yes.
Yeah, okay, my rope's used on Addok the Green.
Here, take
Grey.
mine. Take mine.
So, do you bind him?
Yeah, I'll take his rope and start binding him with the aid of whoever wants to give me a hand because I'm naked.
Yeah, I'll help as much as I can.
So strengths will be low. Like spellcasting stuff's relatively, but except for the higher level spells, of course. But in your current state, strength will be a little sapped. So takes you a little while, but you manage to bind him. He's unconscious. He's not resistant. And does anyone need a break? Because we can take a break there before we carry on. We're good to go.
I'm good.
Good.
I'm
Or
good.
coffee break. I don't care.
I'm fine.
So, leave it over to you guys then. Addok is now bound. Human lying in the doorway is now bound. He is unconscious still.
Fibble's been replaced with an Ajax.
Fibble grew a beard overnight. Well, over a couple of hours.
So yeah, I'm not going to waste water on him. I'm going to slap him. Just not a hard slap, just enough to wake him up.
0 hit points. You can't wake him up. Unconscious.
Okay.
You're going to have to hit.
I
Right.
can't do it.
So we're assuming that this one is Addok, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Yanti.
I'm going to cure wounds him and people who tied him up and while you were peeing out in the hallway. And we're going to ask him a few questions. Do you need help getting back in the door or are you good?
No, but I'm now going to recast the alarm for the next 10 minutes.
Maybe.
Please stop fucking setting it off.
Yeah, let's maybe leave him unconscious, drag him to the center of the room. Everyone get asleep. He's tied up. We all sleep. Alarm on. Worry about it in whatever the fuck is happening, if it's day, night, or whatever, in the morning or whenever we wake next.
Yeah, I like this idea. This is a good idea. We'll do this idea.
I've had about a guts full of everything that's going on around here. Just need to sleep. And I just slumped down back on half dead. Oh, dead out of the grey.
Just with that, do notice that he's starting to decompose rather rapidly, in fact. More rapidly than would do normally.
This is disgusting. Why am I keeping this thing?
I told you should have fed it to the Dragonborn.
I push him
Yep,
behind the
who's-
middle amber stone.
Who's
Fine.
now human? Oh, wait a minute. Does this mean we could use, we could, when he dies, we could use the body parts on him to fix you?
Oh, wait a minute. I open his mouth as he's unconscious. Does he have teeth?
No, he does not.
He doesn't have teeth. So maybe it's him. You know?
Maybe he's just fucking old, like 60 or something.
I've got his teeth right here, people.
How old is Addok, Cab?
33.
33. Yeah, so he looks to be in his 30s. The age sort of remains.
Actually, wait a minute. I'm going to open up the bag that had got Addok's teeth. Have they started to dissolve as well?
No, they're still there.
So yeah, I got his teeth right here.
But they
Still
are
got
human.
his-
They are human teeth, not goblin teeth.
Huh. That's interesting. His teeth are changing with him.
Garnos is out like a light.
Good night, Karnosh.
So
Okay,
10
I'm
minutes.
just-
You cast your alarm back on the door once again. What is everyone else doing?
Sleep.
Sleeping.
Interesting. So you all drift back off to sleep. Mina, I know you're in the chat and I know you've got a dice. Roll a d6 for me, please. There somewhere. There we go. 6. I don't 5. So you drift off to sleep. Most of you don't seem to have any problems. Kaunos, you
Yes.
feel a presence. I mean, you're asleep, but your mind drifts and drifts and drifts, and you see that same shimmering pool you've seen once. This time it's a little clearer. Water is glowing with almost a magical nature to it. It shimmers, icicle, or you can see the light snowfall falling as well. This time you sort of take the time to turn and try and look around. See that gazebo just to one side of the small lake. Here, sounds like maybe a bell, a church bell in the distance, potentially, not entirely sure. You look to that general direction, and as you look and sort of bring your gaze upwards, you can see the shadow of a large building top of a large hill overlooking this particular lake. Hear that familiar voice you heard the first time you'd seen this lake. Come to Kresk. Find me there when you are able. Strong. Can defeat him. Stay positive. And as your mind starts to wander again and the shimmering of the lake sort of makes the whole vision start to blur just a fraction. In your peripheral vision to your left you see a dark-haired woman move towards the lake. Her face is just out of focus. You can't really make it out. But as she says, "Why am I here? Oh, this." The voice is familiar to you. Rina Kulyana. Voice you've heard many times on your journey from the village of Barovia to Vallaki. You're not sure why her face is out of focus, but her voice is quite clear. Vision starts to blur and haze, and then this, almost like a snowstorm whips up around you, and then find yourself sort of drifting off back to a more peace-like state.
Sweet.
Adriel, as you start to drift into deeper sleep, find yourself standing in the center of this temple, and statue to the stairs to the south. Look around. It doesn't have that same amber glow that you know it to have. In fact, it's quite dark. Just make out the curvature of the roof. Walls, the statues line around the outside of the room. Feel a presence standing behind you. As you turn, see a dark shadow. Large. Maybe 12 feet tall. Its head seems to be bowed forward. You can't see its eyes. As you look at it, you get a really, really uneasy. It's very strong. Not painful, but just extremely dark feel. Do anything.
So this is just a shadow?
It's standing in front of the statue. You can see it's a humanoid of some sort, but it's way bigger than you. Like it's 12 feet tall, maybe 5 or 6 foot wide at the shoulder. It's huge.
I'll just say, what are you doing here?
As you speak, its head snaps up, looks directly at you. The eyes nothing but void of fire and brimstone. You hear the sound of leathery wings expand and see the shadow, maybe 15 feet wide. It's massive. It says nothing at this point. Just looks at you. Yet a pain in the pit of your stomach, like someone's just thrust a sword into your gut. Subsides. For a moment, comes again. Comes again. Does subside after a while. But as you look down at your hands, turn your hands over, fingernails are starting to blacken. Slightly longer than they should. Almost claw-like. Feel yourself lift off the ground. 5 feet. Sort of look up behind you, you see, without even realizing, your wings have emerged. Again, black as pitch, emanating this dark aura. It's at this moment, look now down at this figure. It's no longer there. See a man standing. Looks up at you. Nods. Hear a familiar voice come to you. Strong. I. Not soon. Voice of your father, Mark. With those last final words hanging on ear, you actually wake suddenly, sitting bolt upright. Look down at your hands. They're good. They're fine. The pain in your stomach still persists. It's just on the edge of painful, not like just annoying. But you know there's a darkness there, and it's uncomfortable. But your father's words still hold mind. Sure, you can beat this. What we could do is got to hold on for a little bit longer. The rest of your evening goes without incident. You sleep well into the morning, as you have many interruptions through the course of your first couple of 3 hours of sleep. So you've all slept a lot longer than you normally would. By the time you start to wake, we'll get a long rest, by the way. By the time you start to wake, Dadriel, as you look at your shield, you can see that it's probably mid-morning. You've definitely slept longer than you would normally sleep. But it's not a concern. In this place, it doesn't really matter. And besides, you'd all taken a hell of a beating the day before. So a little bit extra rest probably won't go astray. I will turn it back over to you guys now as you all start to come to consciousness. All except Addok, who is still technically completely unconscious. He is not making death saves because he has had Spirit of the Dying cast on him, so he is still, for all intents and purposes, dead in the corner. I'll turn it back over to you guys.
Right, now, okay. First thing I do is put on my armor. While I'm putting on my armor, I'm standing over the new Addok, going, so, do we just kill him one more time and get this shit over and done with so he can get his teeth back and actually maybe sees the common sense of how stupid his superpower is? Because every time he comes back as somebody else.
Did any of you have some weird dreams?
Always.
I did. Did you?
Yeah, I did. About my father.
Yeah. What was yours, Fibble?
It had to do with this dwarf who was a monk whacking on some fucking giant axe and calling it his little bitch. And then this other dwarf comes up behind him, and I think it was a woman. You can never tell with those guys, but she whacked him in the back of the head, and his head went into the axe, set his beard on fire, which is a bad thing for dwarfs, I might add. They don't like that. And then I woke up. I got no idea what happened past that. It was an interesting dream.
Zadriel, was yours as outlandish as that?
No, we will stop eating the spoiled rations again, for one. And second, mine was about this great winged black demon-like thing. And my father saying that if I hold out a little longer, we could beat all of this together, maybe. I don't know.
Then maybe you should stop touching stones.
Maybe you should stop being a wait a minute, you're talking more. When you died, Scathis, did you see Emilia or anything? Or what was it like?
No, I saw my father.
Oh, I saw my father too just now.
It's been a long time since I've seen my father. But yeah. Wait a minute, who's your father? I know your father, Z. Who's your father?
You know the stories of us, don't you? Born from someone.
How about we go with, no, I don't know any stories about you because you don't say anything.
What, so you haven't heard anything about tieflings?
No. Thieves, yes. Thieflings, no.
No, Fibble. He said tiefling. It's like if you were to grab that bag of teeth and throw it. Tiefling.
Oh, tiefling. Well, that makes more sense, and I still don't know anything about them.
You know, they have those big long tails that, speaking of, Emilia likes those too. We should have a talk about this together.
Liked, past tense.
Oh. We need to talk to this Addok possibility here.
Yes, and then we need to get out of here and go to Kresk, wherever that is.
Why?
Well, in my wacky dream, not for the first time, I think I mentioned it to you one other time. I saw a pool and some snow and a gazebo by the lake, and I heard a church bell or something like that. And it's a large building, and Irena's there, and she keeps telling me to find her there when we're able.
None of us are able.
Well, I don't think she means by name. When we are able to do so.
Well, that makes more sense too. Now, wait a minute. Don't we have a map?
Yeah, I think Zadriel had it.
You do have a map of Rovia.
We remember about their crazy, I forgot what he was, like a holy man or something.
Hey, Abbott. It's
Maybe
Abbott.
he could bring back Emilia. Scared.
It's possible, yeah.
That chick with the funny leg wanted to go see the Abbot too.
Emilia is an oversexed, horny redhead who shouldn't be brought back.
Yeah, she's great, right?
She was. She really was. What about this guy? And I kick at Addok's foot.
Don't
That-
kick him.
That guy should be killed.
He's not an oversexed redhead. He's got brown hair. And I think he's still a virgin.
What?
Well, he's only technically really, 8 hours old.
Well, shall we wake him up and have a chat to him then?
I could always put the spear through him. That sounds good.
Oh, tempted, but no, we kind of need him to still be alive because God knows what's going to
Yeah.
actually happen if he dies the third time.
As crappy as that is, I mean, he might get 3 lives, but what if on the last one he comes back as a demon against us? Just stab in the dark here.
Or he doesn't come back at all.
I still couldn't kill him make him a zombie.
I like that idea. Let's do that.
No, he's less useful as a zombie.
Yeah, I'm with Fibble on this one.
Though technically, right at the present moment, he is a zombie because he's currently on the verge of death. Well, somewhat death-ish.
Maybe if we were... I'm just going to kick him in the foot again, lightly.
Did you give him HP? I can't remember.
Oh, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Yeah, he's got no HP at the moment.
No, I'm going to just give him 1 HP with Lay on Hands. Just
Okay, 1 HP, lay on hands. Reaper dropping the biddies and the 5 gifted subs. Cheers, buddy. Appreciate it very much. The Addok, you are at 1 HP. Your eyes flicker open. Take a breath. You are bound once again. And dying hurts in Barovia, so even being unconscious, it hurts to take that first breath.
I still think we should kill him. Look, he's in pain.
You, what is your name?
Gummy.
Gummy. Gummy? Gumby?
Dummy.
Oh, Tummy.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Is your name?
You're an idiot. You came in here. Yeah, we agree.
It hurts. Ow.
Is someone stepping on his balls? Karnos.
I'm not stepping on his balls. That would be rather disastrous. Yeah, Addok, and I sort of lift the new human-looking Addok to sort of sit up.
Ooh. Ow.
Stop being such a baby. You're this all-powerful being now.
Well, we
Although-
don't know who he is yet, so shh.
It's obvious that it's adult because he's human. These have become human. I think.
Well, we can't know what his name is if you just told him what his name's supposed to be now, could we, you fucking genius?
We could always kill him and find out if it really is Addok.
Cool. Let's do it.
Or we could ask him something that only Addok the Purple would know.
Addok, tell me about your wife, Emilia.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it's Addok.
Well, at least he's bearable to look at now.
Yeah, no, he looked much better as the. Well, no, the Dragonborn was kind of sheepish.
Also, fuck you.
Hey, you shouldn't have taken. Wait a minute. How'd you die again?
I may or may not have finally learned not to touch the stones anymore.
Oh, you hit your limit.
He didn't learn. He'll touch another one.
No, please.
Maybe if
You
we
sure?
roll.
I know. Let's drag him over to one. Let him
No.
touch it.
No.
What if we find out where he touched it and there's a body there? Then we'll know it's Addok, right?
Oh yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Wait a minute.
Where did you touch it? The stone.
Hello, Addok.
Where did the man touch you?
It's just gonna point down the hall.
The alarm still on?
Well, actually, I can't because I'm bound, so I'm
You
just
are
gonna
bound.
like nod that way.
Using a foot pointing in the direction.
Yeah.
Over it that way.
Right. Yeah, no, the alarm's still on, but we can open it. So actually, no, the alarm would have finished because it's been 8 hours.
Yes,
Right.
the alarm would have definitely been. So, move yourselves where you wish to go.
I'm going to go to roughly where he indicated.
So, where he was indicating was back to the first room where you guys had defeated the Flaming Skulls. And as you walk in, you would see all 3 amber rooms intact.
Any
And
dragon
dead body?
But there is a body lying next to southern. Body of a black dragonborn.
crap, it is him.
No, first I'm going to check it for a pulse because he may have just fallen asleep.
Roll medicine check. Ah, don't even roll. Don't even bother. Bug it. It's definitely dead. It's
got a
pretty easy
better-
to tell it's dead.
I got a better idea. I use the spear.
Stab it.
Yep.
I wanted to do a 24 on the natural.
It's definitely dead. Like the body is lifeless and quite stiff.
All right, so
In fact, you
I'd
could
pull
probably
it-
already see the first stages of decomposition after the night, 8 hours or so.
Oh, crap. I was going to cut off a finger.
Actually, probably more than that because his other body would close by now. So, yeah, it's pretty well starting to break down.
I was gonna make some claws out of his hands.
Oh, it'd still be bones in there, right? So do you notice, Mr. Fibblestib, your science brain and all, things are decomposing rather fast here.
It's magic. That's just how it is, you know, because he's been brought back by magical means. It's this whole, you know, he can't exist more than once, so he's decomposing quickly.
Right, strange.
Sounds fair.
It does
We'll
sound
go with
fair.
that.
I believe you. You're probably the most brightest person I know.
Yes. I'll look at you and go, see what happens if you overexert the power of darkness.
I so want to touch Finger of Death on you right now.
Wouldn't be the first time. Except this time you could actually do it instead of just saying that you wanted to do it.
I'll just do it on him.
So, while you're giving him the finger or what have you, are we going to be mapping the rest of this place, or what's the plan? Are we trying to get out of here still?
I guess so. My dream, I stood at the statue, but I don't like the idea. As I turned into this thing, I think.
You stood at the statue. Which statue?
The big one, I think, in the middle of the temple, but there was a big demon-like creature, which I think was me.
I searched that statue. I didn't find anything. Maybe you guys should give it a look over. Because me, I'm good for bashing things, but sometimes I overlook stuff.
That's about all you're good for, isn't it, Carnos?
It's funny when you speak. Maybe we did prefer it when you were quiet, because the things you say usually are just pretty much crap. If you got nothing nice to say, my mother used to say, don't say nothing at all. So, Scathus, I see why you say nothing.
Like your stories, they're crap.
Like, my stories are crap. Tell us a good story. Everyone want to hear a good story. Let's walk and talk to the statue while Scathus tells us a good story, because we know how good he is.
Are we going to get Addok the squishy?
Oh, right, yeah.
Yes, but I want to hear the story about what really happened in the barn with Emilia.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Hey, you could almost, maybe, Scathus, you could bore Addok to death with your story. That would be his next life.
I thought you could do better than I could.
You're probably right, because I'm the better storyteller. Hang on a minute.
Of crap, yes.
Are we untying Addok the Third?
No, just drag him along.
Yeah, I'm just on the floor.
Yeah, Zadriel, we untie him, and we tie up Scathus, because I think there's something wrong with him. Oh, there's always been something wrong with him, but...
I'm gonna lay on hands for about 40, I'm guessing. 40 more.
Whoops, 40 points of the healings to Mr. Addok. The stream.
And I'm gonna untie him. There you go. But you walk ahead of me so I can...
Oh, do not let me touch any more of those stones. I'm done. I'm so done. Carnos, Zadriel, let's go. I don't want any more of this.
Okay. What, you need help across the door, don't you?
No, I'm wondering if we should kill this one because he doesn't seem to be like Addok.
Please, do
Look,
it.
I'm all for this. Let me at it.
We need more people to kill Strahd than less, so...
So, how many times has he died? Twice.
Let Strahd kill him. And then he can resurrect. We don't have anything to resurrect people anymore.
Nope, she is right. Come on, guys, let's check out the statue. Zadriel makes an important point. Scathus, tell us your story on the way. I'm curious now.
Okay, it was dark.
Go with boring stories. Go for it.
The candles were lit. Emily had been drinking. She staggers up to the room. And...
You guys can use your imagination. Jeez.
So you did!
Did what? Did nothing.
Alright, so move yourselves into the main chamber. That's where you're going.
All jokes aside, Scathus, what was it like?
What? Having my tail between a squishy leg? All
Yeah.
slimy?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Oh,
What do you think it felt like?
I don't know. I mean, I don't have my... But you're rather cruel and mean. Mr. Stibb, I think he's got one of those, what do you call it? The dark gift things. He's always cruel and mean at the moment. He's got no thoughts for anyone else's feelings.
Yeah, you're kind of being a little bit honest lately too, you know.
Maybe this is one of those, like, vicious mockery contests or something.
Honesty is the best policy.
If it was vicious mockery, he'd be getting hurt.
Well, I think you're hurting his heart.
Him? Heart? What?
All right, I'm staring at the statue. Zadriel, what happened in your dream?
I'll go up and stand facing and just I'll unspread my wings to see if anything happens, but I'm not just unspreading them, that's it.
So you concentrate, release your wings. All of you see what you saw when she was trying to resurrect Scathus. Those wings are black, dripping some form of liquid type thick ichor from them as they sort of slowly unfurl. They're still very much feather-like. They're not demon-style wings. They're still very angelic in nature, but are just black. And that dark sort of aura just seeping off the top, dark mist. Those of you that can see Zadriel's face, however, would notice that her eyes again start to seep that same ichor as they turn black.
What with Addok's change? What color is his skin as a human? Is he like Hispanic?
He's much like you, much like Karnos. He's very pale.
So he's pale,
Yeah.
sort of whitish. Okay. Oh, he did go Addok the White, Fibble.
He did.
Hey, look at that.
But as you're standing there just looking at the statue, I mean, the memory of the vision or the dream definitely still vivid. And what you remember seeing is this statue is about 25 feet tall at its crown, and this figure stood about halfway up it almost. And when its wings were outstretched, you couldn't see the bottom half of the statue at all. That sort of gives you a reference of how big this thing was. And it was definitely a very, very dark and powerful feeling you got.
I don't know. I don't see anything. Maybe I need to go up. What do you think?
Yeah. What did you do in your dream?
I rose up. So I will fly up and see if anything.
The single flap of wings raises 10, 15 feet off the ground, 20 feet. And then just starts, you can hear the wings just flapping quietly in this room as you maintain about that 20 feet. You want to go any higher or roughly about there?
I'll go as high as I thought I was in the dream, maybe. So.
It's about 20 feet, about 15
Yeah.
to 20 feet. You were looking down on once you'd reached that sort of height. So at about 20 feet, you'd be roughly in the at when you're inside the dream.
Do I see anything? Do I? No.
No, like I said, the temple's bathed in that real amber sheen that has been ever present since you guys have been here. In the dream, it was very much dimmer and a lot darker.
I'll just go down and say maybe it's just a dream. Perhaps.
As you float back to the ground, your feet touch the ground. Do you put your wings away or do you leave them out for the fall?
I'll just leave them out. Yeah.
So they remain out, but they fold back, still black. It's at that moment that your father's voice comes back into your mind in the same instance as the dream, just repeating what he said. That strong. Just hold on. You can beat this. You can beat him. Whether it's your own consciousness in his voice spurring you on, whether it's him, you're not entirely sure.
Where have we not looked? Have we gone everywhere yet?
You have a door here that is locked. Oh, right, yeah. So the door there that you guys found was locked, and you could not open it with Xantha's name. Also a door to the south, a double door to the south, which you have not been to either. Also 2 doors in the corridor, not yet.
Did we go down the stairs on the other side? We did, didn't we?
You came down those stairs, yes. Lower level.
Okay, yep.
I suggest we do the 2 rooms on the other side. That's the hallway, which means they'll finish that side. Then we can go potentially to the one below, because that one above we can't open.
Addok the White. Are you still able to cast Cone of Cold? Is that the spell you said you were casting? That freezy ice bally thing?
Yeah.
Because if I open the door and there are skulls in there, that's your job. That's really, really effective against those skulls. And to be honest, they're the only thing that kind of annoy me. Very hard to get through.
All right.
Okay, DM, I listen against the door.
Are you able to cast Cone of Cold? I believe that dark gift is no longer active.
Is it not? Oh.
Lost that when you died.
Oh shit. Whoops.
just to let you know. And after about a minute, Zadriel, your eyes return to normal as your wings return to whence they came.
So yeah, you can cast that icy thing that you were saying. It was real good against those skulls.
Yeah. I think I can, yeah.
Alright, I'm listening against the door.
You listen against the door, roll a perception check.
Just if you open
that
it,
one.
move out the way so I'll cast it.
You get a natural 1. You hear nothing.
Sounds
the sound
clear.
of your own heartbeat.
I'm just going to creak it open and see what I can see. So I just creak it open.
Creak it open, and that's what you see. Describe what you see. In this room, a white marble bed stands in the center of this bare stone room, its mattress long since rotted away. A golden hawk perched atop the bed's corner post. The room's remaining furnishings have been reduced to dust-covered heaps of cobwebs and other arcane sigils carved into the ceiling here is about 10 feet tall. The sigils that cover the walls, anyone who has an arcane ability, roll an arcana check for. Looking for a 15 or better.
21.
21 from Addok. So, Addok the
Yes.
Grey. You would know these to be wards, some description, but their magic has long been bled out, and you would know them to be abjuration wards to maybe protected this room from looting or theft at some point. They've been bled of any arcane long time. But your keen eye as a merchant would be solely glued on the 4 golden hawks that are atop the bedposts of this 4-post bed. They look to be solid gold, even though it's very dusty.
Who's feeling brave? Because it's not me. But I've got a feeling those orcs over there, those statuettes, if we take one, it'll open the door outside there. Karnos, Scapus.
Go for it, Addok. You seem to be brave, touching all those stones.
I'm all braved out, mate, but I feel like either one of you do the trick. See, you see these wards here, and I was going to point out the ward. That ward means basically open and exits. Now, it's linked to those statues. So it's in a similar pattern. So if you were to grab one of those statues, the hawk ones, it'll charge the magical nature of this ward to release that stone door out front. It's just
Then
What's it-
go for it, Addok.
What if we get Fibbles out to do it and we stand outside?
all right. I'll vote for that. I'll be outside.
I still think Addok should do it.
Put
Use it
yourselves
as-
where you want to be.
I think the owl idea is a good idea, Zadriel. Damn it.
So, Fibble, do you indulge?
No.
All right, looks like I'm doing it.
So what use is the owl then, Fibble?
No, I don't know what the wards are, and I ain't fucking with arcane energies.
I just said what the awards were for.
Are you 100% sure, Addok?
And we meant to trust you.
Yeah.
The person that's been running around touching stone after stone.
Look, I have learnt my lesson. Yeah, I got a split net egg still from touching the last one. I died. I'm not touching any more stones.
All right,
Promise.
democracy. Let's take a vote. Fibble, you want me to pick up one of these hawks?
It's a bed, so no.
No. Addok, you want me to pick up one of these hawks?
I don't want you to pick up one of the hawks.
That's the nicest thing you've said in a while, you weird human white guy. Right. Zadriel, do you want me to pick up one of these hawks?
Don't know. I don't know.
Okay, there's too many undecideds. I'm out. Sorry, team. No hawks. Next door.
Oh, fuck it. I've got one life left.
You go on and you just go on and Does anyone try and stop him?
I was headed to the other door. I'm too far.
Does anyone
No.
anyone that's in the vicinity try and stop Addok? Just strolls back in. No?
Nope.
Nope.
Addok, you'll need to make a strength check. See if you can pry one of these hawks from the bedpost. Not at the DC's not high. 17's more than enough.
I just remembered I've got disadvantage of exhaustion still, so 14.
You still got that. Oh, that's right. You have. No,
So I haven't had food or water yet. Yeah.
No, you
Still been
haven't
knocked out.
either.
Yeah.
And you were unconscious instead of sleeping,
Yeah.
so you're quite right. The ends of inspiration if you don't already have it. I didn't remember that. So, 14 would still be enough. You look at it and you think, oh, I can get that off, and you grab any kind of tool that you have, a dagger or a short sword, whatever kind of bladed tools, and you are able to separate this hawk from the bedpost.
Addok's just going to
Nothing-
freeze,
Nothing
close his eyes
happens.
shut.
As you chink, remove it, see that what is probably would have been maybe glued there with some form of glue at some point gives away, and you brush it off, and indeed it's a pretty fine piece. Look at it. I'd say with your skills as a merchant, you'd definitely give it it's gold. Not sure the quality, definitely gold. You would probably put an estimated price of around 200.
Oh, okay. Addok's going to try and walk towards the door. He's just going to say, don't be greedy, don't be greedy, don't be greedy, don't be greedy.
Roll a wisdom save for me. I'm kidding. I'm not going to make it.
I was going to do it anyway. Like a 14.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're
Take a deep breath and step out of the room and just shut the door.
We'll shut that door then. So that you managed to make it out of the room. Oh, sorry, I locked you in there.
Did you map
without
that room
arrests.
out, Fibble?
Yeah. I
Alright.
went in, mapped it, and then left.
Alright. Listening at the door number 2.
Perception check.
13.
You don't hear anything.
All's quiet. I'm going to creak the door open, team. You ready? Creak the door open.
As you creak the door open, furnishings of this bare stone room succumb to decrepitude. In other words, they're all broken and busted and fucked up. Standing in the center of this room, well, not so much in the center, but off to one side, its head scraping the 10-foot high ceiling in this room. vaguely man-shaped construct made of dark wood and riveted iron. Its helmed head stares blindly in your direction. Cobwebs stretch from its terrible artifice to the wrecked furniture that surrounds it. Looks like it's been here for a long time.
I shut the door instantly and I say to Fibble, Fibble, did you have something that could deal with constructs, machines, something like that?
I have this amulet that I've been wearing, which allows me to control a in particular construct.
Okay, there seems to be a giant thingy in there, not quite center of the room, amongst some rubble. And I'm not saying it. It's not just Ed Fibble. I was just talking to him. Everyone else should be able to hear it.
I am going to be like Addok, squeal like a little girl, and run in there.
Why am I not surprised by this? So, Mr. Fibblestick, what you see is exactly what was described. A automaton of sorts standing against the wall, covered in cobwebs, made from iron and wood, rivets. It's very interesting to look at indeed. Way tall, like I said, its head scrapes the top of this temple room, so it towers above you.
How the fuck did they get him in here? Well, they must build him in here. Timothy, shrink.
Do you understand how the amulet works?
I have no idea.
I will just give you 1 second. Because you've got the description of the Masters Amulet, yes?
Yeah, just the one that comes with the actual amulet itself.
Okay, so I think I've given you the description before. So you need a magical. It's magically linked to the shield guardian that it runs to. So I would say you don't even have to speak any kind of command word. The moment you set foot into the room wearing the amulet, you feel a warm sensation against your skin where the amulet sits. And you look down and you can see just a slight arcane glow starting to emanate from it. As you step slightly closer, you hear that noise, chunk, chunk, as the thing sort of moves and clunks, and then its eyes start to glow in that arcane blue. And instead of shrinking with what you said, it bends down on one knee towards you and stops.
Yeah, that kind of works. You're kind of half the size. But how am I going to get you out of this bloody room?
It's going to delete him here for a second, but I will put him back. This one will be your control.
People.
Yes, see.
Does he fold up or like have wheels or something? Maybe he could belly crawl?
I may not be the genius here, but, you know, he's a huge freaking construct. Why doesn't he just bash the fucking door open?
Well, we could have him open the locked door.
Or move the stone at the front of the temple. Or break the big statue and find out what's inside it like a present. Like a giant Christmas cracker.
Let's get going, Fable.
Well,
What is Christmas?
no, it's not.
She said what? What is?
This dude is not Christmas. Right. Okay. I'm wondering. Okay, so how far across would it be? Like from across the shoulders?
He is considered a large creature from memory. So he takes up about a 10-foot space. He's pretty big.
Is there like if I got him to get on his side and kind of crawl through the door? Because
Oh, he'd fit through the door. Like you can see, he'd be able to maneuver himself. Like you can see he's articulated. Arm joints, wrist joints, shoulder joints. I mean, you as an artificer, you would understand that he has the ability to get through this door without too many hassles. It might scrape the sides getting through, but he'd be able to maneuver himself through that door without too many.
all right, cool. So I'll tell Timothy to go outside of the room.
So essentially how this works, now that he's seen you with the amulet, he will follow you anyway. His sole focus is to protect you. As the amulet's wearer, you spend enough time with it to be attuned to it. So as the attuned wearer of this particular amulet, he will protect you. He'll put himself in harm's way to protect you. You can command him to attack enemies or to guard your person. Put himself in between. If an attack threatens to injure the wearer, the construct will magically absorb the blow into its body, even at a distance. I think that is a reaction from my perspective. So as a reaction, he will absorb at least one physical blow for you. So I'd say that'd be at least once per turn as his reaction.
Cool.
So he will follow you out. I'll bring him out just to make it a bit easier. Then you should have control of him from.
Fibble, are you calling him Timothy out loud? Did you just name him that and then just start saying it?
Yeah, damn right. He's Timothy.
Carlos would be like, go to the team. Does he name everything like regular people name, like his gun Charlotte and whatnot?
Timothy has feelings too, you know.
Timothy's kind of weird for a big giant construct. Maybe like something like Jeremy might be better.
Jarvis?
Yeah, or I know, Iron Guy.
Well, that kind of makes sense. He is primarily made of iron. But I don't see any balls there, so maybe Guy doesn't work. Just iron?
Well, I mean, without... Yeah, you're right. He doesn't have any genitalia. He's a lot like me.
Ooh,
Iron Eunuch.
Ian. Oh,
But he
yeah.
doesn't have any genitalia. Ganos 2.0. There you go.
Hey, wait a minute. Carlos, if I transferred your soul into Timothy... This could be
Jeremy.
Jarvis.
Oh no, we've begun again.
Sonrak. It's Ganos backwards.
I was about to say the same thing. You beat me to it. I couldn't think of...
Nice.
No, I don't like Sonrak. Doesn't roll off the tongue so much.
Bastion.
Who?
Sebastian.
That's my son. I'm not calling him my son.
All right. Can you order him to smash the big statue? Oh, unless it's holding the roof up, then don't do that.
Call him Strahd and make him your bitch.
Could always get him to kill Addok. That works.
Why?
What's wrong? What's happened to Scaphus?
He doesn't like you anymore.
Well, if it stops him from touching stones, I'm all good.
I've already said I don't want to touch any more stones. I died from touching a stone. I'm done with touching stones.
I don't believe you.
All right.
Do we lock him in a room with some stones to see?
No, just beat
That's
the
a
door.
good idea.
Beat the door down.
Which door?
The locked one.
Why don't we go to the other door and see if it's locked first?
I don't care anymore. Just do something.
Yeah, the one behind the statue, eh? That's what you're meaning?
Timothy has noticed something.
Timothy. Timothy. It's so good.
Timothy has noticed something indeed. Well, remember what this is now. Oh, there it is. So, as you and Timothy walk towards this door, you and Timothy, where is it? Need to make a Constitution saving throw as a strange gas starts to emanate from the doors in front of you, filling your lungs. Timothy probably doesn't have to actually make this. I don't think it'll affect him. You will. Double check.
Well, mine's 22.
22, you'll still take half damage. Nope, he'll be good. Fine. So you will take, when I roll my dice, nope, I'm not. Why am I rolling for him? Not the roll I was. That one was. 15 points of necrotic damage from the strange gas that has now been pumped out from this door, and it sort of billows out from the door, filling this entire space in front of you. As you sort of stagger backwards, Timothy sort of steps in front of you instinctively as you've taken damage, but is unable to stop this particular damage from having its effect. But I can now unpause this. That is now triggered. The rest of you would see this. You would see this strange fog sort of emanate from the doors.
Carnos, did Scothus fart again?
I don't know. But what are you and Timothy doing over there? I thought you were going to bash these doors down behind the statue. Or
No,
the statue.
I want to see if this door's unlocked first.
Alrighty then.
That's what I said back there. We'll go check the unlocked door or the unchecked door first.
Okay, I'll stay here. You do that. I can see you. I'm right behind you. Right behind you.
Right.
So, does Fibbles should now check the doors now the mist has dissipated?
Yeah,
The
I'll
doors
check the
are
doors.
indeed locked. Because, again, as you would notice as you do have locksmith tools, there are no visible locks on this door either.
Right, so apparently the double doors are locked without a lock. So you want Timothy to knock on this one or the other one?
Do we want to get out of here or do we want to explore more?
I don't know if those are the get out of here doors. They're back up the stairs through a corridor, aren't they?
Yeah, I think we want the doors by us. Or, I don't know anymore. He's the one with the map.
They're just up these stairs over here. And, go up and around and back down again.
We
If
can't.
Potentially.
If we had a Minotaur, we could get him to knock on the door, couldn't we? I know, we'll kill Addok. Hopefully he'll turn into a Minotaur. Well, he's come back as this, and this, so...
Let's just open some doors with giant robot thingy.
Yeah, okay. Timothy, knock on the door just below us.
Then you get them to knock on the doors right there. We're going to stop there, I think. We're at 10 past already, so we will call it there, and we will start back next week. Timothy knocking on the doors. I'm saying it'll be. I'm assuming it'll be a Radlac knock, not just a timid knock.
Oh yes, definitely a Radlac knock.
No problem. So we'll pick up there next week, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us once again. Chat, you guys are awesome. Players, thank you again for your time and your RP. Another exceptional RP session. So we'll do as usual. We will go around our team and get moments from this evening. There has been some interesting ones, a couple of extremely funny ones. We'll start with Zedriel tonight.
I like the verbal duel between bad and trashy, the Carnos and Skathis constantly, beating each other up with their words. Yeah.
Definitely. That was, I know the reason why too. It's so funny. It's great. Is that all you have?
Yeah, let other people.
Jesus. Mr. Trashman.
Zedriel, love the eyes. Friggin' awesome.
Snap cam is great.
And Addok, really? Couldn't help yourself, could you?
Hey, it is what it is. Fibbles too.
Yeah, the banter in between Karnos and Skathis was one of my more favourative moments. And then there was also, Cam's whole thing of fuck touch.
Definitely. Anything else? Ooh, Karnos.
Yeah, numerous moments tonight. Couple that really stand out for me. One, DM Strahd's offer to Addok. Unbeknownst to the rest of us, I thought that was a really good one. And then, because Addok kind of wanted to touch that damn gemstone anyway, which we all knew. But Addok, you were talking back with him, where Strahd says 3 lives, 3 times to die. And you're like, well, actually, I kind of think of it the other way around as 3 times to live again. I thought that was pretty good as a retort. But Zedriel, oh man, there's so many good ones. Zedriel, when you were arguing with Fibble, when Addok changed yet again, and Fibble said something about, Addok, you this, that, the other, and you go, you just told him his name, you fucking genius.
That was great. Definitely a moment for me as well.
And Skathis, let's drag Addok to a stone and make him touch it. That's it for me.
I think that's the most Skathis has talked throughout this entire campaign tonight. I must think. He's his banter. He's spitting out these very vicious taunts to Karnos, which was very cool. And just becoming a bit of a dick, really, which is kind of interesting. I think the moment stood out for me was Fibble's story about fucking the monk and the banging on the hammer, the banging on the axe, and the female monk that dwarf that he wasn't sure whether she was a female or not, because you can't tell with them people. Just that whole story. I mean, most of us know who that's about very loosely. It was definitely a really what the fuck. It's like, where the hell does Fibble get these fucking stories from? But that was definitely an interesting moment. Thank you, Sadiq. That was rather funny. But yes, Zedriel calling Fibble a fucking genius after spoiling the interrogation of the human Addok. But yeah, I mean, again, most of tonight, from my perspective, as far as visions and stories and so, it's all improv. I mean, I think of something in the moment, like, fuck, that'll be cool, let's run with that, and it just kind of turns out that way. So I'm pleased that everyone has enjoyed the session and the players have responded well to the impromptu story that I've thrown upon them. Himalaya did rub off on Skathis, maybe a little bit. That was from Drax, literally and physically, apparently. Cam's silent cursing when he saw the eagles from Mina. Definitely, it's like, fuck. Poor Addok. But yes, it'd be interesting to see what Addok does with his promise that he made. The deal. He made a deal without his friend's knowledge. Will he follow through? This is the question. And if he does follow through, who will he decide to sacrifice? Is the other question. We may answer these questions next week, may not. We'll see. Will Strahd in fact show up again next week? Who knows? What's happening to Zedriel? Is this dark entity too much for her, or can she fight it off? Remains to be seen. Anywho, that's us for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. We've got to make some little announcements here. First and foremost, Reaper of War dropping a whole bunch of biddies and a whole bunch of gifted subs. Thank you so much, my friend. Good to see you in the chat. And thank you for distracting me while I was playing my game, because I knew that's been your goal all along, and you did it. Well done. We also had some other subs there from, we had Mina, we had some a whole bunch of anonymous gifted subs as well. Thank you so much for Anonymous, whoever you are. And Sin dropping the 300 biddies. Thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. Glad you could stop by, even if it was late. If you do want to catch up with the story, all of the VODs, the VODs are available on my YouTube in their entirety, so you can jump on there, skip through them, get a quick idea of what's happening. This was episode 65. We have been running for well over a year. And mostly still alive, apart from a couple of players. We lost one player very early in the campaign, and then we lost Emilia later on, generally through no fault of her own. Through every fault of her own, should I say. Rip Emilia, indeed. But we almost lost everybody else last week, so we're all good. We're back. Just got to get up there. Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking 4 more episodes. It'd be the perfect one to stop on. No fault. It was your fault, Drax. It's always your fault. But anywho, that's it from us. We should probably raid. That would be the polite thing to do. Who is on tonight, guys? Let's see who I've got on my follow list. When my... If you have anyone that you would like to raid that is, in case I cannot find anyone, chuck it in the chat, we'll have a look. We have got Lost Archives is on tonight. Michael is an Ewok is on. We haven't raided him for a little while. Min is on tonight too. We haven't raided them for a little while. We might raid them. It's been a few weeks since we raided those. Only got 5 viewers. Running for a couple of hours. Oh no, he's painting tonight. We'll definitely raid him. He's painting some minis. So we'll drop the viewers over there. Check him out. He's an excellent mini painter and a D&D player as well. So definitely go check him out. Chuck him a follow. All the things and the stuff. And we will see you guys. My raid thing. We will see you guys on what's tomorrow? Thursday. We might see you guys tomorrow morning for an extra. Serious Sam 4 has just dropped on Game Pass, so I might actually check that out on stream tomorrow morning. Because I used to love Serious Sam back in the day, so it'd be interesting to see what they've done with Serious Sam. But the raid is up. Make sure you go do the things and the stuff, guys. We will see you tomorrow, and join Yanti on Friday for her continuation of her campaign, and back here on Sunday for Vampire the Masquerade.